Hey, this is Ryan with Big Dog Steel. Today we're going to go over how to attach one of our hangers to our Carnivore competition holster. So this is how the package comes. If you take the insert out, you see the holster. This is for a CZ Shadow 2. This is how your hanger comes. It's already assembled. This bolt up here can be switched out for a thumb screw, and the thumb screw allows you to take the hanger while it's attached to the holster off of your belt, so you can roll your belt up without this hanging off. So it's kind of a convenient feature. It comes standard with this low profile bolt on here. I tend to run this because I don't really remove it very often, but the thumb screw has come in handy more than once. So that's how it comes. It does come with a thigh pad and your hardware, your Allen wrench, even the Loctite, the Vibrotite, and then 3 different lengths of screws. So here are your 5/8 carriage bolts and binder bolts, and we're going to start by attaching the spacer and the holster. I typically run it right in the middle, so 2 holes up and 2 holes down, somewhere in the middle, and then your holster attaches to that as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is drop one 5/8 bolt into the slot, and you can see it tucks itself in there. The outside of this is about flush, and it sticks out about this far on the back side. Okay, so we're going to position that on the hanger. Start the screw through, start it by hand, and then we're going to take a screwdriver and just lightly snug it up. Okay, now it's a lot easier to drop in the remaining 2 screws. This one is very easy to get to. Okay, so we're going to drop in the remaining 2 screws, line everything up, and then when we're done, we'll torque everything down. So there's a little trick for getting in the other inside screws. If you take a pair of needle nose pliers and you kind of grab onto the rim, you can drop the bolt right in. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and secure this one. Okay, and then we're going to drop in the last screw. Occasionally this last screw can be a little tricky to get in there, so what is sometimes easiest to do is to take out this screw, pull this out, and now you can see, it's kind of hard to see in there, but you can see right down into that hole. And what we're going to use is just anything to put a little pressure on the top side of that screw, and then we can snug it up. What we want to make sure of is that when we tap on this screw, you can tell that it's all the way seated into that square recess and not protruding. Okay, so now we've got all 3 screws in. We're going to use a torque wrench set to 10 inch-pounds. Do not go any higher than 10 inch-pounds. And we're just going to torque them all down. Okay, this is torqued. Everything's done. No wiggle. We can put our plunger and slider back in. You can see the plunger has a spring on the back. It drops into this hole. Your slider goes back in place. And your screw goes on top. This screw is captive. You can see that on the back side there's a retainer clip that's got it held in place, so it won't come out and it won't spin free. We do like to put a little bit of blue Loctite on this screw. Or the included Vibratite. So if I was going to leave this hanger set up like this for a long time, what I would recommend is that one at a time, you pull these out, put a little drop of Vibratite on them, and then put them all back. Again, do it one at a time so that you don't lose your orientation and that everything is secured like it should be. You can see how the whole thing fits together. It locks in place, will not come out. When it's unlocked, one finger, I mean, there's almost no friction here. You can set friction tension if you want it, or you can completely remove this screw. Some guys like it completely removed, but again, it's very, very smooth.